Evan, what's going on today?
We are taking a break from Canary Madness to do some work on San Diego Twins, since we're doing Salsa's ADR. So it might, because right in the world, this is the stuff that I don't want to show it to you. Well, at the end, the beginning of the movie is this. We just got our final. This is what we've been waiting for. Actually, why we're back here is all of these 3D shots that are supposed to be of the world that they're in. Flat Earth.
Yeah.
We finally have our final ones, but this is the really old like
I remember that.
Yeah. Is that really loud now?
So sorry.
Okay, let's do it.
Johnny San Diego, you are late again. Of all days, how could you? Did you see the comment?
Jeez, yeah.
Oh, cállate. The syndicate received a new bad guy today. They're coming.
That was awesome.
That was badass.
Joel, do you have any ideas?
That was awesome.
It's weird
Yeah.
that Johnny's not here. Okay, well.
Johnny's in Canada.
Yeah.
I don't think we can bring him in.
Yeah, we get.
Oh, Lordy P, you're so strong. Please, please don't hurt me.
Right, you're playing the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
So if you want.
I could even say it in Spanish if you want. I could say lo siento, like for I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
You
try
know.
that. And then go to, I'm scared.
I'm
And then.
scared. Please don't hurt me.
Yeah, please don't hurt me. And then if you were starting to do it where you get seductive on the I'll do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really switch because you're trying to bring him in.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if you want to keep saying that, you're like, I'll do anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Like kind of,
Okay. Oh no, lo siento. I'm so scared. Please don't hurt me. I'll do anything. Anything. Oh, oh, you're so strong. Oh, you're so sexy. Close up. I'll do anything, please. You're so stupid. You're such an idiot.
Okay.
We're gonna go check out another underwater stage for shooting, though. We'll see how much of a stage it looks like because we've been hearing word around town that it's just a pool in some guy's backyard. But I mean, we don't really need much more than that, so, go check it out.
We'll see how expensive a pool in the backyard is.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
The going rate.
Yeah, the going rate for a pool in a backyard is somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 a day, which is makes me want to just.
So we went to Acton, California to go check out Acton Scuba and Water Stage. This dude especially made a dive pool in his backyard. So one end is pretty shallow and the other end it's like a big drop off. 16 feet down, the rest of it's 24 by 42.
The Acton stages, the guy seems awesome. They're set up, to make it really easy to shoot there, but it's still not as expensive as the other place, but it's still outside of what we can reasonably spend a day when we have, at least 3 days, if not more, of shooting underwater. This is going to be one of our big problems, I can already tell. But that's okay because we're going to get the machine gun. Because this is an extremely difficult gun to get your hands on, I've never even held one. Wait, that's not true. Someone put one in my hands for a second to show me how heavy it was once, to convince me not to do this. But that was the extent of it. I've never used one, I've never shot one. I don't really know anything about it other than what I've read in a manual. So we packed up all of our parts and all of our accessories, and we're gonna take it down to the gun shop where they're doing the transfer to see if this guy will hopefully give us like a training lesson on how to set it up and how to use it.
So the place Evan's buying the 50 cal from isn't very camera friendly, so I snuck a little camera in my pocket and the lens was just kind of poking out the top of my pocket, so you get to see some stuff in there, but not much.
Okay, what can I do for you?
Here to pick up the Browning.
Sign, date, print your name and date, please. We can have those?
Yes, because they're not rifles, they're crew-served weapons, so the ban only pertains to rifles.
Really?
Yep.
Can you, I've never even touched one of these before. Can you walk me through how to do the head spacing and put the barrel on if you have time?
I can.
So I asked him to literally take the thing apart and build the whole thing in front of me so that I could understand how it works and make sure I'm setting it up properly. I mean, aside from it being huge, it's way more complicated than a pistol or a regular rifle. Like, this thing has so many moving parts. Just the barrel, which is, alone heavier than a large rifle. You have to put it on, there's a special gauge, and you have to be between like 4/1000ths of an inch. When you screw it in, there's notches, like you hold a lever, and it goes click, 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 and if you don't space it just right using this very specific little tool exactly where it has to be, apparently the gun becomes dangerous, and it won't fire right, or it'll misfire, the thing will explode, I don't know what. I'm not used to being intimidated by machines because I build things and that's kind of how my mind works. And right now, just seeing this for the first time, I'm a little bit like, whoa. Like, there's a lot more going on here than I expected.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Yep, no problem. Look okay?
What you got in your hand there, Evan?
This is a really badly fitted case for the Browning M250 cal that we just picked up after fantasizing about it for years.
This particular piece, the gun, it's a big one. I think I already said it's one of the two main props for the film that we're building. It reminds me a little bit of the supercharger on the Medusa car, because when we were going into pre-production on Bellflower, the same thing was happening then that I think is happening right now, where everybody else in the team thinks I'm crazy because I'm spending all my time focused on these props that are important parts of the movie, while there's obviously an infinite other number of problems to be solved and things to be figured out and decisions to be made. But for some reason in my head, the parts, if we execute these things right, they're gonna make this beautiful footage and make these scenes that are gonna give people weird feelings. And so, like, a lot of my fear about being ready for the movie revolves around the things that are being built.
You're not supposed to talk about numbers.
What do you mean?
Just how much money those two cases cost.
Oh, yeah. Just say it.
Maybe cut it out. That's about $12,000 of gun in my trunk. $12,000 of gun in the $1,200 car.
What are you doing there, Clay?
Building a room. Coffee bar, crafty bar. This is gonna be a cabinet that swings open.
Fuck yeah, that's
Put
sick.
cups, and then this will just be a place for trash. Since the back house has turned into the official Canary pre-production office, I've been working on the place, painting the walls, and getting it all spiced out so it keeps the vibes right. Put this table in. These chains are actually holding it up. This is all free wood that I got off of Craigslist. Put this in myself. It's a veneer. Environment is key when you're doing something creative.
Billy, what'd you do in here?
I built this thing. Put this paneling right here. It's all reclaimed wood. It's my idea. I got the call from Joel saying it's time to start gathering the gear up for Canary, so I hopped in my car, headed up from Ventura. Basically, we had to get organized. So first we gathered all the gear together, then we headed over to Clayton's and we did a full inventory, organized everything. Striking.
Still intact.
So Chelsea wanted a master list of all the gear we had, including lights, camera equipment, C-stands, everything from sandbags to gels and everything involved. So we knew what we had, what we needed.
A lot of mountains are being climbed right now. I'm finishing up the office. Joel and Billy are unloading the truck and getting all the gear together. Meanwhile, Evan, Chelsea, and Jet are checking in with the Ventura School District on our dream space.
We're at the Ventura Unified School District, so this is our first. We've been talking to these guys for 5 years about this place we've been trying to get, and this is now the first meeting we're having. Hopefully, when it's going to actually happen, because now everything's in place.
The Avenue School, that's what it's called, is a property that has been abandoned in Ventura since 1989. And it was the elementary school on the Avenue, which is a neighborhood in Ventura, a long time ago, and since it's closed, it's just been sitting there. We've been talking to the school, who actually owns the property, and the city of Ventura, who really badly wants to help us get this property so that we can start our kind of film community, film studio. This has been going on for years, but right now, a few things changed that are making it so that it might finally go through, because all these people have been helping us. Like, it's been on the edge of happening for. So this is the first meeting on the round 2 when we heard from the school that they're saying, all right, you guys, it might be time for this to happen. Let's start talking again. So this is a big one.
What, just look at you guys?
We're in the room.
They're not here yet.
We got agendas.
Oh, that's all we got.
That's why I have this shirt. I didn't even own a button-down shirt. I bought this for this meeting so that they would think we were more professional or whatever. Cut that out. It's a weird space because it's in an industrial neighborhood kind of out by the oil fields. And it's a historical property, so it can't be changed very much. So it's not really desirable, and it was a school, so it's made with all these big classrooms on this beautiful property. It wouldn't really work very well for most businesses, but because we make movies and we do arts, it's just like a bunch of little studios that you can use. It could be set up, it could literally be like a film studio and an event space where you could have screenings and parties and start a film festival. And this is like the big dream. This pertains a lot to Patreon, because this was what we're talking about when we said, you know, this was to enable our kind of like new type of film studio where we get to focus on making movies that we think are actually going to help the world and have some substance. If we can get this space, this would be life-changing in a way that it's not easy to explain, because right now, you know, we have our community people who have kind of been growing, and if we had this space, we've been talking about this for years, we have an entire plan, this would kind of enable all of our life goals to make Coat Wolf into this crazy community. My hope was that The Canary was gonna be the first movie that took place in this space that was made there. And it looks like that's now out of the question, because we can't wait 6 months to start working. So we now officially have to find another space. Temporarily, hopefully.
That's something important to see, I guess.
Built a little crafty table.
Oh! Fuck yeah! That's awesome.
This is all that leftover wood that I went and picked up.
Oh my god. All the little cupboard spaces down there? That's sweet.
Yeah. But this is what I wanted to show you. I built Chelsea's very own marker shelf.
You did! Oh. That's fucking awesome, Clayton. And look, it's got a little thing for the eraser.
One thing I've learned is you have to keep the wolf mother happy. Interviews. Act natural. So we've been working out of the back a lot, and I wanted to make sure that the vibes stay right, so fuck you. So since we've been working out of the back house,